Hi everyone and welcome to Grammar School. My name is Terri-Ann and I'll be your instructor for this course. Today's topic is a versus an. Do you know when to use a versus an before a noun in English? Let's find out. Today's class will be as follows. We'll start by looking a bit on some background information related to a versus an. We'll look at the myth surrounding this, what we learned in school. Then I'll give you the actual rule to follow, and then we'll look at some examples and do some exercises. Are you ready? So, the background. There are two types of articles in English. There is the indefinite article and the definite article. The definite article is the, and it is used to talk about a specific thing. For example, the pizza we ate last week. But the indefinite article is used to talk about things that are not so specific, like bring me a pizza, right? It does not have to be a specific pizza. So three characteristics of articles, indefinite articles are: one, they appear before a noun. So in my example, pizza is the noun, and so we would say a pizza. Secondly, they're used with singular nouns, and what that means is that you cannot say a books, for example. It has to be a book. And thirdly, they cannot be pluralized, and I think that follows from the second point. If they're used with singular nouns, then they themselves must also be singular. So you cannot add s to it. Got it? Yeah. The myth. What rule did you learn in school regarding the use of a versus an? I think we all learned this old school rule, which is an goes before vowels such as an egg, and a goes before consonants such as a book. But, and that's a big but, because what about words that start with vowel sounds and don't follow this rule? What about university and umbrella? Both begin with U, right? But I'm not so sure that the old school rule applies to them. Do we say an university, an umbrella? Yes, we do say an umbrella, but we definitely do not say an university. But according to the old rule, that's what we're supposed to say, right? If an goes before vowels, then why can't we say an university? What about honor, our, air, honest? All begin with an H, but does our old school rule apply? Do we say a honor, a our, a air, a honest? No. Then what is the rule then? We must say an honor, an hour, an air, and an honest man. So where does the old school rule fall in all of this? Are you ready to find out what the rule is? Drum roll, please. So here is the rule. Before vowel sounds, we use an, and before consonant sounds, we will use a. And this covers all bases, even for silent letters. Let's look at some examples. Okay, so let's go back to our example that was mind-blowing and completely shattered the old school rule. So umbrella starts with a vowel sound and also a vowel letter, right? So that's pretty easy. The sound you're hearing, looks like the vowel letter that you are seeing. But with university, university starts with a consonant sound and a vowel letter. So it actually sounds like you're saying university, university, right? And because of that, we will say a university. And what about these H words? Honor, our, ear, and honest all begin with an H, but the H is silent. And so what we're actually hearing at the start of these words is a vowel sound. So we say honor, we say our, we say air, we say honest. Notice that there's no air coming out of your mouth when you say honor, as opposed to when you say heaven, right? Try it. Honor, heaven, and you will feel that there is no air because the H is silent. Look at the difference with these words. Hospital, house, haircut, hose. The H is not silent, so we are hearing a consonant sound. And in fact, if you put your hand before your mouth and say hospital, house, haircut, hose, you will actually feel the puff of air on your hand. So the list that I showed you before, honor, our, honest, and air, are actually the 4 words that I can think of and their derivatives where there's an H but it is not pronounced. Okay, so we've looked at some individual words, but what about phrases? Do we say a English university or an English university? Exactly. We would say an English university because we use the first word to determine if we should use a or an. What about European university? European university. So even though it starts with an E, the sound we're hearing is European. So we would say exactly a European university. What about an honest man? Yes, we would say an honest man. We would say a man, but an honest man. What about hourly rate? Exactly, an hourly rate. And finally, what about a hotel manager? Not a hotel manager, but a hotel manager. Right, we are hearing the H, so we would say a hotel manager. Are you ready to do some exercises on your own? I invite you to complete the following using a or an. You can do them here in your mind, or you can click on the quiz section and complete these to see if you have gotten the idea. And that's all, folks. Don't forget to complete the quiz and see how you scored on this section of the course. Thank you so much. Don't forget a before consonant sounds and an before vowel sounds. That's all, folks. Bye-bye.